fan interest stories, we cover it all. You can find our shows on Facebook at BCSM Sports Wrap, YouTube at MyJBN Online, and everywhere you listen to podcasts like Anchor, Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. You can also find the show on the Jericho Broadcast Network's app. Make sure to download. We look forward to you joining the conversation and being a part of the show.
The Cuvée Group is a Florida-based marketing and training consulting firm. We help businesses communicate to their target audience and engage them in conversation. We also help to expand their audiences, which will ultimately result in growth for those organizations. In addition to being a certified constant contact specialist, my colleagues and I are also certified in John Maxwell Leadership Principles. We use these proven principles to conduct workshops, training, and private coaching sessions for individuals and companies looking to take things to the next level. Contact us to schedule a free consultation. Issues today, don't delay, call Cuvée.
For over 30 years, HBCU Image has been more than just an apparel store. We've been a movement, a statement, a legacy. We celebrate the pride, the purpose, and the culture that make historically black colleges and universities legendary. HBCU Image, a Kenny T's company.
College football fans, a champion will rise in Atlanta on December 13th. MEAC champion, SWAC champion, the 10th Cricket Celebration Bowl, crowning an HBCU national champion. For event and ticket information, visit thecelebrationbowl.com. ESPN Events presents Red Lobster Band of the Year. Returning to Atlanta on December 12th, 4 bands will qualify for the big stage, where 2 national champions will be crowned. Follow us for rankings updates throughout the season, and join us on December 12th. For event and ticket information, visit bandoftheyear.com.
When it comes to professional learning, teachers deserve better. From the leader in online learning, Stride brings you the Stride Professional Development Center, an on-demand library of mobile-friendly courses that gives teachers choice and flexibility, allowing them to learn anytime and anywhere. Our dynamic courses provide bite-sized learning and help educators advance their knowledge while also gaining professional development hours. It's time you take charge of your learning. Visit us today to get started.
I love Atlanta, a city in the forest. Hi, I'm Jeff Cleveland, seasoned loan officer in the Atlanta market. And whether you're buying a new home, refinancing to do debt consolidation, home improvements, or just to lower your payments, give me a call. I'll ensure that you're treated with dignity and respect, that you're informed throughout the process, and that there are no surprises at closing. Give me a call and let's get started.
What's up? Today is the 8th of October. It's 6 o'clock in Georgia. This is Random Thoughts with DVP, and y'all know who I am. I'm DVP. We got a little show going today. I see Marcus already in the waiting room, waiting to cause trouble and do some damage. You know, that's a good thing. That means he ain't not stealing none of y'all cars, so y'all should send me some money, because he ain't taking your cars. But, you know, that's a whole nother story. So we're going to have a little fun today. I got a few relationship questions, some dating questions. So, you know, with Mark being a resident expert single man right now, even though he's in a relationship, that he going to get like hit in the head for answering some of these questions, we're going to still going to put him on the spot, because that's what we do. So let me just go on and bring him on right quick so we can get this started. What's up, Marky Mark?
What up, DVP?
Hey, man, it's your world. I would ask you if you're behaving yourself, but I like to keep it real with my people, so I'm going to ask you another question. I don't know what's the safe question to ask you, brother. I don't even know right now. I'm going to have to marinate on that. Everything good in your world?
Man, life is great, man. I can't do no complaining.
Oh, shit, Mo done showed up. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's Mo. He was supposed to be like the good. You know how you got the two things on your shoulder, one bad, one good. Mo was supposed to be the good one, but it turned out I got a worse angel and a worserer. So I ain't gonna say which one is which, but it's worse and worse. So I'm gonna let y'all figure out during the course of this show who is who. But I just got to give my JBN disclaimer. No matter what your decision is, it ain't me. The guy with the halo up underneath the chin, because it's just a reverse halo, but I'm the good one. I used to think it was questionable until I seen these misfits. I don't know how they ain't getting government checks. That is so beyond me, because I would vouch for them. They all need government checks.
Hey, Mark.
The government shut down, so they wouldn't get shit right now, but that's a whole nother story.
Mark, that's called plausible deniability, man. And usually,
that's what it is. He talked about that last week in the police show.
Yeah.
You know, this is what happens when you educate people. They start trying to throw shit back in your face. This is why this is why we don't do it.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, because then you'll be like, oh, remember you said? I'm like, there he go with that. There he go.
Yeah, I did say that though.
Yeah. So what's been good in your world, Mo?
I can't complain, man. It's all good. There ain't no complaints, man.
All right, so y'all got anything before we get started? Like I said, Mo, we're gonna let Mark get in trouble this week. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep our sanity. We're gonna put the hot seat on Mark, since he's the single man in the room. So
listen, man. Hey, DVP, man. If I learn anything, I never see Mark sweat. He never looked like he under pressure. I don't think we can rattle him, man. He's good.
You gotta remember, most time he outside stealing cars, so it's because he got fresh air going through his system. That's why he ain't sweating. So
yeah,
it's different when you ain't, when you ain't outside no more stealing shit. So
listening to that show about Law and Order last week, I learned a lot now. I'm better.
You better at what? That's the question. What are you better at? It's like when
I learned something last week, so I'm better now.
Hey, yo, hold on though. So no, on the real tip. So Mark, tell us what you learned, man, because this is important. We never did a post-mortem, right? So this is the opportunity for us to do a post-mortem to see what you really
get. Trying to quiz me?
No. It's not a quiz. It's a post-mortem. Post-mortem is if you really did learn something. It's not a quiz, but if you really did learn something, tell us about it so we can know we're making a difference. That's what it really is. But no, you don't have to. I mean, I'm just saying.
That ain't no problem, because I know I learned that I can't put a 16-year-old child out the house.
Yeah,
you still got to feed, clothe, and all that stuff on them. Can't lock them out of the house. You going to jail.
That's a fact.
I know Bell used to wear poo shiesty to intimidate people.
What?
That's exactly what you said. You used to wear poo shiesty to intimidate people.
I don't even know what poo shiesty is.
Old mask that come down, don't show that but your eyes.
Hey man, that was business. That was business. That's all.
Hey, I learned something though. I learned about the procedures of these warrants, where in Atlanta you got to hit the light so they know it ain't just the police. They'll know for sure that the police coming in.
No, that's what they should do. They don't always do it. That's how you make it safe for yourself.
And I think that's extremely doubly critical in states where you can have guns, because there's some states you can't have them, but you definitely need to do that, man. Especially for the person or police going in, especially for them too as well, not just for the people, but for the police as well.
Well, and the thing is, unless you've truly been inside the house, you don't know what they got. Now, if you know what they got, you can be a little risky. But if you don't know what they got, everybody ain't like these colored social media people where they tell everybody what kind of guns they got. A lot of people got guns and don't say nothing.
Right.
Remember, I think I told y'all the story about the guy who broke into a guy's house, and he ended up calling 911, and he was like, "Hey, I broke in the guy's house. I need for y'all to send the cops." And the operator was like, "What do you mean somebody broke into your house?" He said, No, I'm the burglar. And she's like, "You're the burglar and you broke in?" And he was like, "Yeah, y'all need to hurry up and get here though." And it's like, "Well, what's wrong?" And they trying to figure it out. But the homeowner had a bow and arrow. And he took the house phone to the dude and told the dude to call 911. He was gonna shoot him with the arrow. And I was like, guns is one something, brother, but a bow and arrow, that's a whole different level of fear. Cause you already in the hallway, you know, and we seen the movies, that bow gonna stick in you and it's gonna do some real damage. Ain't no I might get the shakes and miss, but to be looking at that bow coming down them steps, yeah, you gonna call the cops, be like, yo, can y'all hurry up? Cause I don't know how much long brother looks serious. And I was like, that is the craziest shit ever. But you don't know what people got in their house. But it's just sitting there with a bow and arrow on the telephone, like going to call the cops. Or you know, call the ambulance, whichever one you want to go see. But you're going to see somebody. You ain't gonna walk out here on your own by yourself. And I was like, you know, and it's crazy. But that story made me go and buy a bow and arrow. I got the good shit in the house. I got the good shit. So,
wow, that's crazy.
So yeah, so I was asked the question. You know, we talked a little bit about the question about going out of town a few weeks ago, and I was somewhat minding my own business, and a group of women approached me who's saying the show, and they was like, "We just don't understand. We don't understand men. We don't understand." I was like, "Well, one, I can't tell you a whole lot about men because I've never dated them, so I can't give you a lot of information about them. I can tell you about me, and I can tell you what some of my boys talk about who I believe tell the truth. Now, the ones who I know lying, I don't repeat what they say because I just already know they lying because women have told me." And I was like, "Well, what's up?" He was like, "Well, we don't know. You know, when is it okay to be grown? When is it okay?" I was like, what do you mean?" It's like, "Well, if we have sex on the first date, we hoes." And I was like, "Who told you that?" He's like, "That's what all these guys be saying." I said, "That's because they're not getting on the first date." But anyway, so it's like, "Well, when is it okay to have sex on the first date?" I was like, "Shit.
The first date?
No, when is it okay though? You know, what's the rules?" And I was like, "Well, it depends. If both of y'all vibing, you know, or is it just one of y'all want to and the other one just like, you know, there?" I said, "You know, to me, it's a whole mood check thing like anything else." So I said, "You know, I'm gonna put it to my partners." I had tried to get a couple of ladies to come on the show so they could explain, but when I need ladies who can be who ain't afraid of their image. So, and I know Mo, it's been 1,000 years since you dated, so we're gonna let.
I got stories, brother. Let me go first. I got stories.
Well, I just don't want you to get hurt because I don't want to be no witness to nothing, and I don't want to be like DVP started it.
No. I'm good, man. I'm good with that. So check this out, because this might change the impression and the thoughts that people have about I don't know, just like the way you look at these relationship types thing, because there are some women out here, contrary to popular belief, that just want to get smacked off and I'll see you later, and that's it. Because I had one approach me, you know what I mean? She just was like, she just came up to me. She's like, "So what's up?" I said, "What you mean, what's up?" She said, "You know what's up." Man, my mind was blown. I was like, I didn't know women get down like this, man. But from that day, I realized that women ain't no different than men. Sometimes they just want to feel good. Sometimes they just want to have a good time. It ain't always strings attached, and you got to treat them like, you know what I'm saying? It's got to be dinner and date and this and that. So what you got to do is do an assessment on who you're dealing with and what y'all both want. That's what it really comes down for me, because after that, after she hit me like that, I was like, man, I had no idea.
And I think I think really it's that when it happens, a lot of guys get intimidated because they don't want to be. They want to promote themselves as a tool. They don't want the woman to make them the tool. They want to have the power. But when she offered up, when she put you on the spot first, you kind of lose that power. And I think that intimidates some of them. But go ahead, Mark, what you got?
I don't think that intimidate men, or not my generation. Maybe y'all generation.
Yeah.
My generation, I don't think we intimidated by it. But I think whenever the mood hits you or the vibe is right, you do it. I don't think that a woman having sex on the first date or immediately after meeting somebody makes you a hoe. It makes you an adult and you enjoying life, not living by societal standards, which a lot of women don't get that.
Right. Yeah. No, I agree with that. I agree with that, Mark. And the thing is that like I personally, I don't see that there's a big difference between men and women, you know, when it comes to what you want out of like I said, it depends on the nature of the date, right? Like it's some women see something that look nice or something that they want, and they go after it. Like this girl did to me, man. She was just like, "I just like how you look. I like everything about you. What's up?" And I was like, "Yo, I never got approached like that. Let me think about this, you know." But you know, man, it's not that there's a standard or a norm that you got to follow, in my opinion, when it comes to this. And so the women ain't hoes. Sometimes they just, it's like, look, just make me feel good. Then you can go about your business. I'm good with that.
But what's crazy is, like I tell you, I know quite a few couples who've been married over 20 years. And at least 6 of them had sex on the first date.
Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong.
It's not a time frame. It's not a time frame on it.
I'm like, sometimes people know what they want. And right, Yolanda says women want sex as much as men. But can men handle and you know, Mark keep trying to defend his generation, and it's funny because a lot of this come from women from his generation. I think Mark's generation is kind of soft. Mark's generation is kind of soft.
And your generation be simping, but you don't like to use that word.
Be who?
Simping.
Well, and see, I think your generation calls it simping because y'all broke. And my generation got a little money. So we don't mind the fair exchange. Your generation wants stuff for free, or y'all want to go 50-50. My generation don't want to go 50-50.
All right, kids, let's get back to it.
Right, we'll pay the cost to be the
We're going to get back to it. But 50-50 is a fair exchange.
Then that means there's no leader.
Exactly.
So we had this discussion.
I'm going to mute y'all for a second. I got to take this call.
Hold on. So we had that.
You ain't got to take that call. We had that discussion.
Okay. Yeah, because I was
you got to get on the back phone.
Yeah.
Hold on, we had that discussion. Yeah, he on the back phone. You know, they call him. But the thing is, it's the difference. Like I say, I think society standards causes this great divide between men and women as if we're not the same. I think your generation or the generation before you had a bad outlook on women that they call loose at the time. So I think it was frowned upon at a time. So those women tried to keep it a secret that I just want to have sex too. So they tried to keep it on the low because they were called loose and Jezebels and all of those things. Now my generation and under, they like, we gonna get it how we want it. We don't care what society say we supposed to do or how it's supposed to happen. And they just out here enjoying life like they should versus
go ahead, Mark. I didn't mean to cut you off, man.
Versus being called loose, Jezebels, hoes, sluts, and all of that.
So you know what? So I thought about this a lot, and one of the things, I can't go into a full dissertation because we're gonna be here all night. But one of the things that I thought about was, I think it's about generations. The reason why the generations are different is because it's associated with the way women have been perceived from generation to generation. Early generation, right? Some of them women had to deal with, and I'm gonna get right to the, as far as back as we can go, but some of them women got raped and mistreated by men who have nothing to do with them, right? And so you start there, right? And then you got the black man watching, can't do nothing unless he want to take it on the chin and make that his last day. That's it for him. All right. So then from there you got this migration, right? I ain't going through all the phases, but you got this migration, and then we get to today where things are totally different. The pendulum has swung all the way to the other side. People are a lot freer. People got a lot more different choices. I don't even know if, when me and DVP's time, I know there was that, we kind of looked at women a certain way if they perceive themselves a certain way, right? If a woman was like I said, that girl that approached me, she was like, "What's up?" And I'm just like, yo, I'm confused, man. I thought I was supposed to be doing that, right? And so like today, I think it would be different if somebody did that. I don't know, because I'm not you. I leave that for you to say, Mark, if that's the way it works and if it's okay and if women feel comfortable with that. I don't know, but that's for somebody else to answer. But I that's how I kind of see the migration of how this all moved along, how it all worked. That's my thoughts on
it. And like I say, to me, it's two adults. As long as both parties are down with it, I don't see a problem with it. It's just when one party is not. Like I say, I told y'all before, I went on a date with this girl and we weren't vibing at all. In my world, we weren't vibing. I mean, there was no contact, there was no hand holding, there was no nothing. She went to the restroom and she came out the restroom like butt naked, ready to do something. I'm like, well, what happened? What did I miss? Because there was nothing about the date. You know what I'm saying? And y'all been on dates. It's like, I mean, she was cute, but there was nothing about the date that was like, yeah, this is about to go down. I was thinking, whatever. And she just, like I said, she came out and she's like, you ready? And I'm like, ready for, oh, she naked, but I'm still, I'm stupid. Ready for what? we ain't kissed, we ain't held hands, we ain't done nothing. And that's why I say, to me, in that respect, I did look at her different, because where did she get the vibe from that sex was on the table? It's like, what did I know? I ain't saying nothing.
Oh, you was male. That's why. You a male, man. Ain't no full-blooded man gonna pat. Man, come on, man. You a male. That's why it was on the table.
And you know what's crazy though? You say that, it's crazy. Like, the other night I had to work, right? So I just made a quick little post. Who up? You know what I'm saying? Because I just want to talk to somebody. I ain't care who it was. I just wanted to talk to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because I just want to talk to somebody. I ain't care who it was. I just want to talk to somebody.
Yeah, you got a little echo.
Okay.
So somebody blew me a kiss in my inbox. I don't know this person. We friends, but I don't know them. So, like, what are you? It's like, all right, what's up? Who are you? I look at your page. I can't really see nothing because your picture's kind of blurry. And the conversation, after me saying, what's up, turned to sex. And I was like, how do you get that I'm working? Is anybody up? How does, And she kept asking me questions like, can I see it? Like, can you see what? Bro, I swear to y'all, I'm trying not to be a total square. But literally, the post just says, I'm up. Who up? That's it.
Oh my goodness.
I had a couple people answer the post, but
I was this close to responding. I'm glad I didn't, because I ain't sending you no nudes.
I appreciate it, bro. Don't if you do, I'm gonna
I
post
saw
it.
it. I was like, nah, I'm gonna let him have that one.
What's up, Drake?
Wow.
But I'm just like, where did this come from? And like up until like 4 hours ago, she was still inboxing me. She was like, how is your blood flow? What? And she like, you missed it. I'm trying to get here.
She's trying to see if you need Viagra.
And I'm like, on my page, I got tons of pictures. And in my tons of pictures, you can kind of see what I look like. Well, you got 4 pictures. They're kind of blurry. So you like, can you see what? When I look on your page, one, y'all know I'm shallow. I'm not finna flirt with no ugly girl. I don't care what time of night it is. I don't care how much I'm sleeping. It's just not happening. Because I believe if you flirt with ugly girls, even through cyberspace, they can get pregnant. So I ain't even trying to go that route, ladies and gentlemen. It's not happening. It's just not about to go down. But I'm just like, damn. I'm like, do dudes really do this? Am I that out of touch with reality that a chick can just send you an inbox, blow you a kiss, and then you're supposed to send dick pics? I'm like, shout it. Look at my pictures again. I am shallow, but it comes with dating. I ain't shallow person. I don't think I'm the best looking dude on the planet, but I look enough that I ain't got to be sending no dick pics to get none.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Because the thing is, man, when you're dealing with this cyberspace, you never know what's on the other end. You don't even know what's on the other end. You know what I'm saying? It might not even be a woman.
Yeah.
You know,
Y'all back?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You cutting in and out a little bit.
All
There
right.
you go. There you go.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to figure out where all this stuff come from. Oh, hold on real quick. What's up, Cindy Davis, Debbie Martin, Walter Montgomery? I seen a couple other people. And just for clarity, Yolanda was like one of my first viewers when this show first started. So she my girlfriend. I'm waiting to meet her so I can pump gas. But that's how we met, and I ain't never even met her because I want to say I think she in Florida. But when I first did my first show, she was one of the first people to pop up. So I gotta always show her some love because she was. There we go. All right, go ahead.
well, in this day and age, like I say, women know what they want, and they're not afraid to go after it now. Like I say, get away from the societal restraints. And so you up in the middle of the night, like they say, ain't nothing open at that time of night but legs and crystals.
And that apartment complex where I was working, you know what I'm like? I'm sticking to my story.
Yeah, and it's okay, but you be amazed at how many people hit that who up just to slide in somebody's inbox.
And that's the crazy part. It's like, but at least know me.
So I gotta ask this because Mark, since you in the, you dealing with whole different social environment. How does it feel, or do you feel some kind of way when a woman is interested in you and you got to turn her down? You got to say no. I'm not. Do you feel some kind of way, or I mean, because I never experienced that, so I'm just asking you.
No, I don't feel no type of way. I mean,
how's it go down? Go through the process.
I mean, you just tell them why you're not interested. You just go ahead and tell them, hey, I'm with somebody, or hey, we can be just friends, but we'll never be more than just friends. And you outline the reasons why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gay. Men don't turn stuff down. You're gay.
Then you just have to, if you can tell them why, and other than that, be like, man, I don't like your fat ugly ass. Just leave it at that.
Project be like, you're right, I'm gay. If that's what you got my way, going on.
Hey, speaking of that, because like I know me and DVP era, well, we've seen this, and I know you know about it too, Mark. But you try to approach a woman. We've seen these weak dudes that did this. Try to approach a woman, they say no, and then you get your feelings hurt, start cussing at her or whatever. You treat her badly. Does it ever happen the other way? Like if somebody approached you and you said no, do they get an attitude with you? I mean, does it work like that, or how's it? Or they just say,
I ain't never had nobody, cuss me out in that manner, for rejection.
Yeah,
but it is a situation I had to tell a chick about herself, and it was just on some random going into a club, and it was some stairs. So we going up the stairs. This is a little small stairwell, one way in, one way out. So as she's coming down, just the southern hospitality, and be like, hey, how you doing? That motherfucker gave me the look out like, nigga, I know you ain't speaking to me. That's the look she gave me. And I'm like, bitch, you ain't cute. I was just speaking because I'm being nice. But other than that situation, I ain't never cussed a woman out for rejection. But sometimes women think if you speak to them, that you flirting. Hell, I speak to everybody. I walk past. I can't help it.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, I ain't never cussed nobody out for rejecting me, or vice versa, having to cuss somebody out for rejection. Nah.
Wow, okay. I was curious, man.
What's up, Linda Cantu? And I can tell you now, having worked at a club, oh my God. I spent I think 5 years maybe working at backstage. Man, when women are aggressive, I mean, I like aggressive women. What I don't like is pushy women, because it's crazy to me that the pushy ones always think they can offer you something you ain't never had before. And it's like, first of all, if we're being real, I ain't a bad looking dude. So why you think you the only somebody who offer me something that I gotta jump when you say jump? But I don't know, man, turn this down. Okay, fine. You're right. Bring your brother on in, because whatever it take to get you out my face, because I'm working. And it's like they all want to make you an offer that you can't refuse. I'm like, who you been with? You know, clearly I'm not 18. So you figure if I'm at least, I think I'm 45 then, you figure I done had at least one or two different women. What make you think you could offer me something different that I ain't never seen before or never had before? And to me, that was just the crazy part. But you know, it really ain't no different when you flip the script and you hear some of the stories that the women tell about guys who gonna rock their world. And yeah, because again, you know, and I'm gonna speak this, and I hope y'all have something. What's up, Ron? We've had sex with people and it wasn't that good for neither one of us because there was no chemistry. So it ain't like just because somebody got all this going, the sex is gonna be great. So I've never understood why even people even feel the need to talk about it. Because hey, for whatever reason, there is no chemistry. None. You know, there's a big difference between eating a crystal burger and eating a gourmet burger. You know, the crystal burger it's gonna fool you up, but you don't be like, man, I can't wait to get another one of them. And so it's like, why does either sex feel the need to put all that extra pressure on? Oh, once you get this, oh, you ain't gonna know how to act. And I be thinking to myself, ain't you single? So lots of people knew how to walk away from it. So what make you think I can't walk away from it? And it's like that whole little dynamic because, man, Mark, this date in the 21st century is something special. It's something special, man. I'm thinking about joining the monastery. It's got to be safe. But if I join the monastery, they may make me like little boys, and I ain't going that route. So I'm just have to be a heathen. But I'm like, it is insane. What's up, Luana Humphrey? Yeah. So
What up, Mark?
right, Yolanda said if you're bragging about your sex game, it's probably trash, right? And you know, and Yolanda, it Mark Mo, is that one of the things that when we're younger, the challenge is cute. But as you get older, the challenge ain't even worth it no more. You know, when you young, and I've been young and stupid, you know, somebody say, oh, so you hit it because of the challenge. But when you older, that ain't the challenge no more. Cause we ain't no, Ron, she just made you shave your head.
Hey, when you get older, man, it's I do my best.
It's crazy. I see a lot of people that brag about their sex game, and I don't get it. But I guess it's appealing to some people. You know, dudes, girl, you get with me, I make you squirt, girl. I do this, I do that, and some women eat it up, and some of them be like, I ain't never gonna brag about it. I want you to be surprised.
Right, because
Yeah.
you might end up being the one surprised when, you know, fellas, I'm going to just say this. Stop bragging because these women show calling y'all out about being minute men, and some of y'all ain't even making it a whole minute. So stop bragging. You know, get down, do your thing. When you good at something, you let other people brag on you. You ain't got to say nothing. Just
You
Yeah.
know, most of the time I hear that, I think about that's like your elevator speech, man. You're a billboard, right? If you got to let them, you got to advertise, right? That's your advertisement. So that's what they used to use, right? It'd be like, once I get your attention, now I got to tell you how great I am. You know what I mean? And if it's about sex, if it's about whatever, I got to tell you how much money you got, whatever it is. You got to advertise now, right? So that way you really get them on the hook. You know what I'm saying? They might be nibbling, right? But if you want them to bite and set the hook, now you got to brag it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You got to brag it up. Tell them how great you are doing this. You're the best this. You're the best that. I got this much money. I got that much money. Seal the deal. You know what I mean?
but
That was
once you
that.
say you single, don't that invalidate all that? You're single. You know, I remember when I was working at the club. It's crazy. You know, when I first started working at the club, I was going through a divorce. So I took my ring off. You know what I'm saying? Because the divorce is just pending. And the women kept being overly aggressive. So I thought in my stupid head that if I put the ring back on, maybe they'll respect the marriage. So I put the ring back on. That made it worse. Because women then said, oh, if you got a wife, that must mean you good at what you do. So I want some too. And I was like, well, fuck, I can't win this game. Ring on, ring off. The ring means you good. If it off, it means you're single. And a woman told me, she said it's crazy thing, and I started paying attention. She said, "You know why I like you?" I said, "Why?" She said, "Because your socks match." I was like, "Huh?" She said, "Dudes' socks only match if they married or if they take good care of themselves." And I'm like, most of the dudes I know, they socks match. It ain't like, you know what I'm saying? A black sock look like a black sock. How you tell the difference? Well, back then I did wear color sock, but I'm like, it's the craziest thing that they look at. And it's like, this is how you judging who you want to holler at and get with. But women are different. But it's that whole little dating dichotomy thing, man. It's like it's so insane because as Mark was saying, and Yolanda said it, Ron got something he gonna tell us in 60 seconds. He making me nervous. Uh, you got to know Ron and know when he nervous. Yolanda says I used to think my ex-husband was lying when he said his ring attracted women. Girl, I used to think that was the beard. The beard does a good job, but that ring is akin to walking a dog or having a baby with you. Women just automatically think you're the greatest thing ever.
So,
You
so here's
taking
my
care of a baby, you walking a dog. Oh, that means you're compassionate and I'm like, how does me holding a baby equate to any of that? But that's that women are from Mars, men are from Venus conversation. What you got?
no. So I got a philosophy on that. This is the philosophy, man. If you got a ring, um, so there's a lot of things you can apply to this, but I'll just say these few. If you got a ring on, you got something to lose, right? So now I can't treat you bad because guess what? I got a ring on. You're gonna track me down. You're gonna let somebody know that I did this with you or I did that. If I'm trying to just get out here and do something real quick, you know what I mean? Regardless if I got morals or not, that's another story. But if I got a ring on, I'm safe. I'm safe for you because I ain't trying to keep something long term. I'm there at your disposal whenever you want something, and I got something that's at risk. So guess what? I can't treat you any way I want to. So think about those things because that's the power that the other person has when they see that ring. That's my philosophy on it.
And this is Mark. Before you say something, this is for you. I want to say hey first to Nurk Lou Queen, and I know Mark. This is Dick for you, Johnny Brandon. Kid it be good. I know this got to be one of Mark's friends. Got to be one of Mark's friends. But welcome to the show. How where y'all watching from? I'm finna send you a link in a second, Ron. I just got to get back to where I was. Go ahead, Mark.
Mo said some truth in that they have that they gonna have some type of control and power on you because at some point they can blackmail you. So it does attract because I think a lot of women think that, oh, he's good to somebody, he can be good to me. And then they still say women don't want, or nobody, man or woman don't want somebody. I mean, don't want somebody that don't nobody want. So if you got somebody, you got to have some type of good qualities to somebody, which makes them be like, oh, okay, that may be good for me.
Oh, go ahead, Mark. Oh, so I like evidence, right? So check this out. Here's some evidence. There's a club I was going to. I used to go to this club every weekend. Step in the club, a lot of people around, men, women, whatever, right? I'm in the club. Not getting much play, whatever. I'm just chilling anyway, ain't looking for nothing. So I went there probably about 6 weeks straight on the weekends. 7th weekend, bring my girl with me. Man, it was off the chain. You should have seen the eye contact these girls in the club was making. Maybe they was looking at her to see what I had, or maybe they sized it up and said, "Oh, that's how you rolling? Okay, I'm interested now." But I need some women to explain that philosophy to me because that right there still to this day don't make sense. I only created my own philosophy, which was, okay, now I got something. Now you interested. That's the only thing I can come up with. What you gentlemen think?
Well, and I heard this. Once they see you with something good looking, they want to be part of the good looking team. I've heard that more times than you every time I see you with a pretty woman, what I got to do to be on your team? Because you have a standard. So by value of that, you somehow raise their value because now they seen with somebody who is only with pretty women. And I just thought it was kind of funny to me because guys don't use that metric. But like I said, I heard it, back in the day, like I say, especially when I was doing the club work, because then every week my profile picture was with me and a different woman. Mind you, I don't know most of these women. They just want to take a picture. So we take a picture. And it's like, somebody was like, man, you got all these women. I was like, y'all got to be really dumb if you think I can post a different woman every week and they're my girlfriends. Y'all can't really believe that that's what's going on. But based on the inboxes I was getting from dudes who every now and then I guess I posted their girlfriend. And mind you, I ain't tagging nobody. But dudes was like, why you got a picture of my girlfriend? And I'm like, dude, I don't even know who she is, first of all. Back in the day, if you was on my page, I did a view from security every week for my club stuff where I talked about mud ducks and whatever. But it never identified the woman. I might have someone like, yeah, I'm working hard. Both of these women was falling down at the same time. Look how good I am. I can stop two women from falling at the same time. I'm a superhero, something like that. And dudes is just like, yo, man, I don't appreciate you taking a picture of my woman. She wasn't a hostage. She wasn't a hostage. She came to me.
Right.
Let me bring my galactically retardable friend on the show. I just want y'all to know that he's galactically retardable. You know what I'm saying? These are words. These are words that we use. What happened, Mo? Mo, did you cut your camera off, or did I do that?
I did. I'll be right back.
Okay.
But hey,
first of all, to Mo and Mark, when he calls me that, I take it as a compliment. I'm gonna go ahead. Every time I've been involved with this dude, seen him face to face, it's always a handshake, it's always a hug. And he might call me out my name, and I'm gonna be like, bro, you can have it. You can have it.
What I call you? I call you Ron. I call you galactically retarded. That's what's on your birth certificate. What else I call you?
Everything but my damn name, bro.
Okay, Ron, why you all? Ronald, why are you all?
All right. Well, I guess when I first met Darren, I was actually about to go through a divorce. And this man picked up the phone and he called me. And he sat there and he laid wisdom on me. And I'm sitting there thinking, yeah, he's a couple years older than me and he knows something. I got kids. He got kids. He said, focus on that. Well, the issue is when I met my current wife, who I just married in April, I'm a newlywed. Guess who called me first? He called me and he said, hey, man, I'm proud of you. We have to do this with each other as men. You got to look at another man and say, hey, you just got married? I'm proud of you. He's been in my corner, and I met him on Facebook. It's not like I grew up with him. He just came on my page and started talking to me, and I'm like, hey, I appreciate you. Now, the thing as far as this particular conversation goes, when I met my wife that I just got married to, I lived in Columbus, Georgia. She lived in Atlanta. She came down there to meet me 3 times.
Wow.
And then finally, she said, all right, I've been down there 3 times. It wasn't a sexual aspect. The first 3 or 4 times we met each other, it was not a sexual aspect. She brought her granddaughter the second time. So when I finally came up to Atlanta, because Atlanta is my home, I'm sitting there saying, well, I'm going to ride around. I'm going to see my homeboys. I'm going to go see this person, that person. And I was sitting there with her for like 4 days. I ain't seen none of my folk. I ain't seen none of my people. And my thing was, once you, and I don't know what the age limit is, or I don't know what the threshold is. But my thing is, it wasn't sex. I wanted to see her.
Ron, threshold for what, man?
Well, I just got in on the conversation and I saw y'all already going on for like 40 minutes. So I joined in late. But what I did do was pay it.
We ain't been on the show 40 minutes. I hate people.
Hold up. No. When right now it says 45:10, 45:11, 45:12. That's what's on my screen right now.
That's how much longer you got left on your bill. They charge you.
Hey, DP. She paid the bill.
DVP don't approve of that.
Well, I don't approve of that.
Well,
I got to pay the cost to be the boss.
Well, my thing is, when you're dealing with young men, you're dealing with very, very young men. And the only thing they see is how good she looks and what she can do for you in the sack. That's how young men think. I'm sitting there looking at this woman and I said, this is a damn companion.
But let me ask you this, Ron. When you were a young man, let's say early 20s, you didn't look at women to see what they could do in the sack? Or you went looking at them like, this is going to be my wife?
No.
Exactly.
I had no intentions of ever getting married. And this is my second one. This is my second marriage. But my thing is, it's like, okay, sometimes somebody has to open your vision and you look at them. Yeah, I sit there and look at women all day. I'm up in the blue flame. I'm sitting there tossing ones and fives. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I don't care. But then there's some woman that will walk up to you and say, you know what? I like you.
Thank you.
All right, you.
Share. I got delivered for share.
Yeah, we just ordered some pizza. But my issue is, you can sit right there.
Okay.
My issue is, you know what stopped me? Some woman walked up to me and said, you know what? I like you. I like everything you're about. I like everything you stand for. I like how you talk. And I'm like, I said, I'm 5 foot nothing. You want me? Thank you. So
what kind of pizza we get, man? Hold on.
Because everybody get a slice of it just for you.
Man.
Hold on, there we go.
Oh man, he got the joint right there.
But you know what? The one person out of this circle right here, he always picked up the phone and he called me. How you doing? How you handling it?
I still ain't got no pizza. I ain't got no pizza.
Take your skinny ass home.
Damn. What's up, Joe? Where you at? Play it where you at, Joe? How you watching from the cheap?
I say this too, Ron. He called me. That joker called me the other day, talked to me on their way to work. I was trying to get the phone with that man for 45 minutes.
Oh,
but you know what though?
Phone conversations.
But Mark, you know what? That's how you know he's a real friend. To stop me when I lie.
I just couldn't get to the button to hang up. That's all it was. If I could have found that button, I would have hung up. The phone fell out the carrier, so I couldn't hang up. If I could have,
But my thing is, if I caught the last few minutes of it, and I caught where it was going. And Darren knows that I just got married. He knows this.
Okay.
Did you meet her? Did we meet somewhere?
Nah, I hadn't met her.
No, I'm talking to Darren.
Meet who?
Did you meet her?
The girl in the inbox?
What? Stop.
I wouldn't have knew this girl from nobody else.
But what I'm saying is the way the conversation was going. We as black men have to pay attention that this woman, she ain't good for my loin, she good for my soul.
Right, and you gotta know where you're at, because sometimes you just want a snack. You don't want a full meal.
Nah,
And
I ain't going nowhere. You got to fight me off.
so you got to know where you at in life to make that assessment. But like I said, to me, it's the same with dating. Sometimes we date to pass time. Sometimes I hate the phrase dating with intent. Because to me, it seems like you're bypassing a lot. Because to me, intent is formed when we date. We hang out. If we like each other, we can do it again. If we don't, you don't never know who's gonna be. And Roy's good at this. Roy always say, "I'm dating to get married." And I was like, "Well, you don't want to find a friend first, because everybody swear they want a friend." Well, if you're looking for a wife, you're gonna miss the friend part because you're on the timeline. Just date and have fun. Let life do what life do. When it happens organically,
Yeah,
it's
you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong.
But when you already got an intent, to me, you cheating yourself, because you already got expectations that oh, she look good, but okay, she cute, she got a nice body, but does that mean she is sane? Does it mean she speaks good English? Does it mean she can hold a conversation? Does it mean a lot of different things? But if I'm already I met a woman, she said, I want to be married by the end of the year. I was like, well, damn, the end, and this was like February or March. So you just like on some speed. Oh no, I don't want to waste nobody's time. Well, shit. To get married in a year, and I ain't knocking, because I know people who've done it.
Okay.
They did it by accident. They met somebody who, to me, and Ron, you just got married. Mark, a man, from what most men don't look to get married. They meet a woman who makes them want to get married. They don't just say, hey, I'll be married by this time. But when you meet her without saying anything can have you change your whole thought process. And so I'm gonna ask Ron and Mo about that, because Mark can't say nothing yet.
Okay. I'm going to respond to that, and I'm going to respond that because you know me. Now, my thing is, I was sitting there house shopping, and I'm trying to get a VA loan, and they said if you are not married, she cannot be on the VA loan. So I bought the house by myself. And me and her sat down and had a talk. I said, can you at least let me buy a house? Let me put you in a house first. Then we can get married. And that's exactly what I did. And I don't know if, so many people don't understand that concept. But when I told her, I said, look, I need to. And this is what a lot of men don't understand. I said, let me get my credit straight. Let me get my personal affairs in order so I can at least take care of myself. And when I went to shop for a house and tried to put her on the loan, they said, are you all married? Nope. Well, she can't be on the loan. But I made myself and her and my daddy a promise. And I just lost my daddy. He said, if you don't marry this girl, I'm his.
Hey, so look, this is the way I look at it, man. I look at it like a process. There's really a process to this. Stage one, are we compatible? So assess the compatibility. All right. And that means that could be physical compatibility and anything else, right? If you don't, most of us look for the physical first, right? It don't mean that's it, but that's the first thing you notice, right? Because I'm across the room. I don't know nothing about you. So the first thing I'm gonna notice is how you look. All right.
Yep.
Are we compatible across the room? All right. Now I'm gonna come over there. Do we have some things in common? Let's talk. Let's get to know each other a little bit. You know what I mean? What kind of things you like to do? You got family, things like that, right? So now we talk about compatibility. What we got in common, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the last phase I would say is, are you marriage material? And so this gonna sound funny, but I know most of y'all gonna get it. Probably every one of y'all gonna get it, but can I take a 6-hour ride with you and not get irritated? Help me leave it like that.
Mo. Mo, can I just say something?
Go ahead, man. You say what you want.
I live in Jonesboro, Georgia. My father just died on May the 8th. My wife rented a car and she drove me 9 hours all the way to Columbus, Ohio. And she drove me 9 hours all the way back.
Yes, sir.
We went to the VA hospital so I could sit there and sign all his paperwork because I'm a junior. My father is senior, so it's like they didn't ask me no questions. Once I slapped my Georgia ID on the table, they was like, okay, you are who you say you are. And then when we got ready to come back, we dropped my father in the ground, folded the flag up and all that stuff. She said, all right, now sit your ass in the passenger seat. We going back home.
Facts.
I'm not.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I'm like, I'm a dumbass if I let this shit go.
You double dumbass. You let that one go. That's a good one.
But to go with what you said, Mo, a few years ago I was working. You know, I hate that shit, but I was working. I was working with these guys at the electrical union. So we working and we having a conversation. And I'm like, I'm finna take a train ride up in Bryson, North Carolina. You know, just go for a train ride. Me and my lady, we're gonna take a train ride. They like, what y'all gonna do? I'm like, it's like a 4-hour ride, you know, drop you off in the tourist trap. They
Nice.
like, for 4 hours? Like, yeah, I'm like,
Plenty.
y'all can't talk to y'all old lady for 4 hours?
Exactly.
I'm like, there's something wrong with y'all.
Yeah.
It got to be something wrong with y'all. So to your point of saying, can I do 6 hours and not get irritated? A lot of people can't do that.
I know.
A lot of people can't do it, and that is one of them things. Cannot tolerate you for 6 hours.
And you know, Mark, you said one thing you said, man, which I think people really underestimate is the discovery of another person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what you did on that train ride. Y'all discovering each other, man. You know, now she knows some stuff you like. She knows some of your experiences. She know what you went through. Maybe y'all had some conversations, man. That's the most wonderful thing in the world. When you can get to that level, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, that's just like looking at a comment. Ken, what up, Unc? He said that your wife is supposed to be your best friend. If you can't kick it and kick it with your best friend, then who you kicking it with? You know what I mean? That's how it's supposed to be. I do believe that they should be your best friend. To a certain extent.
I was gonna say that because my wife is a good friend, but she ain't my.
But
best
I was gonna say a good friend, maybe not best friend, but a good friend.
A good friend, but
that's what you're gonna get kickback from me from, because I think that's disrespectful to your best friends who don't put in time. I can't see no woman coming in 1 year or 2 years and all of a sudden she surpassed somebody I've been knowing for 15, 20 years. No, we can be good friends. The best friend,
the thing is the thing is Mark and Mo have very good points. I can sit there and talk about any and everything with my wife, but my best friend, who I've been friends with high school, middle school, college, I can go to his house and he gonna show me how to make craft beer. It's a difference. You got to go to a different. You know what I'm saying? You got to go to a different latitude. Darren, me and you got something in common that I don't have in common with my wife.
Okay, I ain't crazy, first of all. So what else we got? That's just we bald. What we got a beard? What we got? Oh, what we got in common? Because your wife ain't got no beard, so you have that in common.
You tell me what we got. You tell these gentlemen what we got in common, and all the time I picked up the phone, I asked you questions. What do I need to do?
Y'all crooked ass police.
He had me what kind of race he need you to shave.
we was both in law enforcement. And when this dude told me he was in law enforcement, let me tell you how a friend is. He said, if you have any questions, this is my number.
Uh-oh.
I learned a lot. He's sitting there talking cash shit on this damn site, but I learned a lot. Look at him looking crooked and sideways right now.
That's Papa Smurf came in.
Between y'all and then the leader of the underground world just showed up with Galacticus and some other figures. The show has officially gone to hell.
Hey, I had so many questions about being in law enforcement, and I don't care how much this dude tried to sell y'all a bill of goods. I picked up the phone and I called him every time.
Yeah.
He putting on for the gram or for the book.
Jomo, what's up, man?
Don't ask him that. It's a trick question.
Joe, why you come on? You look traumatized, man. This show ain't traumatizing you, man.
He's scared of me. He's scared of me. I'm the problem.
Oh my God! I can see what kind of show it's gonna be already. All right, well, let's get this party started.
We're glad you can join us, Jomo. We need an older, experienced influencer.
So what Joe gonna do?
Tell lies
put you in your seat.
I'm already sitting down. I'm traumatized.
Sit down again. Sit down again.
You just want to be taller. You just want to be taller than me. You're taller than Mark, so just be happy. You ain't the shortest one in the room this time.
I'm the shortest person in my damn zip code. I already know.
Well, Mark got you. Mark probably got you by like 3-4 inches. So
I'm 5 foot nothing.
Right, and Mark 4'6.5".
It didn't take long for me to become perfect.
Oh man, here we go. It's on.
Exactly. Here we go.
Jomo, tell what women were like back in Eden.
Oh, you mean biblical times?
No, you were living in the Garden of Eden.
Not till they saw your little punk butt. Look, man, you caused the whole real estate to go south in Eden. They saw Mark and they said, "That's it. Everybody out the pool." That was it.
But they say your birth certificate say BC.
Hey man, I think I'm the jokester on here, and from what I heard, just joking, your birth certificate got Roman numerals on it.
Hey man, you thought of that yourself? Golly.
Joe, let me introduce you to Ron. Ron, meet Joe.
Too late. It's too late. No, it's too late. Look, his name is Ron White, so he know he got some stuff coming.
hey, I'm a junior, and my son is the third.
Okay, all right, Ron White Jr. That's okay. That's okay. At least you know your name this week, so that's good. I ain't mad at you.
You probably gonna fire off next week.
Oh, I'm going. Don't worry. There's something coming tonight. Don't. You can bet your behind on that, son. Yeah.
Where the hell is Roy when I need him? Where in the hell is Roy?
Hey, that joker probably got a pot stirring right next to him right now by his left ankle. He just stirring up a pot. He gonna get me. It's gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, at least you know the gospel, so that's good. That's good. So yeah, that's good. Listen, Mark, you can take the night off because now the attention's on Ron tonight. So you good. Ron, you just became you are now Mark 2. So
he a junior. He just told you he a junior.
He a junior now. So what is so you all are talking about? What now? I've been listening and
well,
you two mumble rappers.
Hey, Darren, tell him. You better tell him.
Hey,
you better tell him.
I'm gonna let you ditch diggers do what ditch diggers do. I'm gonna sit here and look educated.
Oh, I don't mumble when I rap. I got an education and I use big words, big $50 words. Ain't none of that. No, I go off.
Let me go get my cup.
Not a problem. I'm that bank because I will cash those checks.
All right. So as we move on to dating,
I like this dude. I like this dude. I like this dude so much already.
Hey man, who is this that put in there hoping for a Bible study? What's
no. She hopping off to go to Bible study.
Whoa. Well,
Yeah. Hey, Joe. You know, ain't no Bible study gonna happen on this page. Come on, man.
Wow. What they've been doing over here since I've been gone?
No. That's not it.
Except for the co-hosts, everybody else is of some type of pure nature. You for misfits? It's not happening.
Darren, everybody knows I'm a misfit, and they still gonna say I have a pure nature.
Yeah.
That's good.
Stop me when I lie. I've been knowing you about 12 years now?
I'm thinking 20 minutes.
What? Stop.
Oh my God.
So, Joe, in your history, did your ring cause you more or less problems when it came to dating?
My ring?
Yeah.
What a ring?
Oh, no.
Did you have? Okay. Did being married cause you? You might not even have a ring. I'm just shit. I ain't trying to get nobody in trouble because now she know you ain't got the ring, and all of a sudden,
no, they know. That's funny you say that. All kidding aside, yeah. I mean, it was interesting because it seemed at times certain people saw it as a more attractive. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody.
Yeah,
it does.
I thought it was very interesting because it was like wearing, contrary to popular belief, uniforms attract, but that ring did also. So, at least in my time, I mean, at least in biblical times before the age of Mark and Ron White, AD, BC,
well,
BD,
I still have not answered the original question. So please, in all seriousness, finish making your point because I want to hear it, and then I'll say mine.
No, I agree with that. Those rings did seem to attract. I mean, interestingly enough, it actually attracted people.
Okay.
What you got, Ron?
Well, I think my situation in my first marriage was different because I got married in Germany. I went to AFES and I bought her a ring from AFES in Germany. I think it was about $2,500. Well, I sat there and bought me a little $300 gold wedding band. And at the time, she said, no. She said, if my ring got boogers in it, yours finna have boogers in it too. So she sat there and she went and bought a ring that had 3 big old boogers in it. And when she put that ring, she gave me that ring and I put it on. Guess what women did? Oh, if she gave you that, you must be somebody. There are so many men that probably got this little band on, which I don't mind. I don't care. These guys now, they got these little black bands. Ain't got no diamonds in it, just a black wedding band. My ring had boogers in it.
Well, I'm gonna tell you one thing about those black bands are a lot of people, depending on the type of work that they do, they wear those. So they wear a ring without damaging the diamonds that they may have in their real ring. So they wear that on the day and then put their regular ring on.
And I'm a bus mechanic for MARTA. They don't let us wear jewelry at all. But I have actually, I know for my hands could have oil and dirt and grease and all this stuff up under them. But women are going to look at that ring. Not all of them. So when I got married this time, my wife does not have a ring yet. I don't have a ring yet. I want to take her shopping and say, hey, what do you want? And that's what I'm gonna get her. But you know what I want this time? I just want a regular plain old band. That's all I want. I don't want nothing that draws attention. Yeah, I'm married. Leave me alone, heifer.
Yeah, so let me jump in here because I think I come out from a different direction. Maybe somebody out here like me, I don't know. But you know, I got a different philosophy on the wedding band and rings and all that stuff. So I don't have one. I never,
Right.
you know, I bought it. I bought it just because it's tradition. I bought my wife's, you know, I bought it because it's tradition. But I don't wear a wedding ring. And while I would like to say is all because of the conspiratorial nature around, you know, gold and diamonds in Africa and all that. That's a big part of it. But for me, I don't even like tags on the back of shirts. If you look at all my shirts, all the tags are gone. So I can't forget about stuff. Like if I put a ring on, I'll be twisting that thing all day. You know, I'll be twisting it all day. What you trying to do? Put me on the screen, DVP?
You trying to make yourself bigger?
Yeah.
I'm just sitting over here.
Somebody killed Joe. Oh, there we go. Joe and Ron. So just because I got this sensory thing, I don't even wear a ring. But also, I don't want to contribute to the conspiracy and the issues associated with where that tradition comes from. So I don't wear a ring. My wife wears one. I bought it for her. That's what she want to do. I'm good like that. But as far as I'm concerned, I don't wear one. You know, and that's just me though.
Let me tell you why I stopped wearing rings. And this is a true story. I got my hand caught in the gun once. I'm getting ready to pull. Finger got caught. I'm like, nope, no on duty, no more.
Jeez, correct, man. That's crazy. And you, Joe, was it in a situation where you trying to apprehend somebody or just it was
a fight. Yeah.
Oh, I'd have threw that ring away. I'm done.
It was too valuable, but I took it off and I never wore it. And since then, in fact, you'll find a lot of active duty won't wear certain rings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because again,
or they don't wear one at all.
Yeah. That's what I wound up doing. Get caught in the gun belt. Get caught. You know, you snag stuff, and no, it's not particularly when you get ready to get into a humbug situation. That ain't a good thing.
Yeah,
and there's always a situation where, and I hate to go back to a movie, but I saw it and I totally agree with it. Training Day. He told that man, he said, take your ring off. Do not let these people know that you have a wife at home because they're going to use it against you.
Yeah. Hey, so Joe, I want to ask you a question, man. Do you have ever had, or do you have issues that you don't wear your ring? Because I don't do the same thing. I'm just wondering because I'll tell you my experience, but I'm just curious what you had to deal with.
No, what Ron said was exactly right. When I was working undercover, you shouldn't, because that's another way to identify. And believe it or not, there were some people that were pretty slick in their identification methods. And believe it or not, just like tattoos, rings are really kind of individual. I can do a search with an image and find out certain things that you don't want me to know.
Yeah. Oh, so and I was talking about in reference to your wife, but my assumption is that she was good with it.
Oh no, she was good with it.
Because it's going to keep you safe. Yeah. So I think for a while my wife had a few issues, but when I explained it to her, then I knew I married the right woman because she understood and she was like, okay, I'm good with it. But I just can't do it. So
yeah, no, once she found out finger getting caught in the gun and having to fight. Yeah, she got it.
Yeah, hell with that.
Well,
Unless it's just some big deal. It's like even before, like when I went on a cruise one time, I just went and bought me a little $20 ring, you know, just in case we get hit by pirates, they can have this. But I ain't wearing the good stuff, you know. But if we're gonna take a trip together where there's no work and we want to be a couple and whatever,
Right.
but other than that, you know, like I say, because I spent a lot of time working undercover, and then the stuff I did in the military when I was on the flight line, you weren't supposed to wear no jewelry, so you just kind of got used to not having it, and it actually does feel different when you wear it. Like I said, and when you use your hands, it's easy to mess around and get it caught on something, and you just don't even think about it. And all of a sudden, you're snagging, you know, you lose a finger, or you know, and it happened to me one time when I was not paying attention. I broke a finger, and the ring was on it. So guess what? To cut that ring off, there's a lot of pressure they got to apply to your whole hand, because now my hand swole up. This ring cutting off my circulation. They got to use this cutter, and there are no small cutters that are made for rings. These cutters ain't made for nothing else but they wire
metal.
It's a lot of pain that you got to go through. It's like, you know what, rings ain't that serious to wear a ring, especially when I know I'm doing something where my hands are most important.
My thing is, I really wanted to get my wife a ring. I wanted to get her. I ain't had to have one, but I wanted her to have one. I just bought her a car 7 days ago. I signed my name on the dotted line and bought her a car, and she said, "Damn, a ring! I got a way to go. I got a way to go." I mean, I bought the car 8 days ago. Every day, she has actually said to me, "I don't need no ring." She said, "When I get up in the morning, I can pick up a set of car keys and I can go somewhere. I don't care about no ring." And I'm like, home free, I'm good. I'm good. Do I still want her to have one? Yeah, I'm probably gonna put some nice blingy on her finger. But for right now, she good.
So I know we all older, but you know, except Mark a little bit younger, but he still got the experience needed to answer this question. I'm curious if family pressure, if y'all have had to deal with, and I'm gonna call it pressure because some of us gonna be like, it ain't nothing, but just family pressure, you know, or family issues with other people in the family. You go with your wife or you go with your girlfriend or whatever it is, but there's always somebody down the line in your family causing problems. Have you had to deal with that, and how do you deal with that? Because we all got Uncle Joe who still think he can say what he want, do what he want, you know, or Aunt Mary who thinks she's the boss of this and that, you know what I mean? And then there's a certain point we just like, look, it's enough, man. So that's the question. Joe looked like he got an answer already. so go.
I'm gonna defer and let these other gentlemen talk before I lay in.
First off, I take exception to Uncle Joe, so let's just get that out the way. Let's just be straight about that. Yeah, we've unfortunately there's always, you know, if you remember the witch, there was always a Gladys Kravitz in every family. So yeah, do we have one? Yeah, but how I dealt with it was direct and don't do it no more. You know, you step this way, then you're gonna get what you deserve. But it had to be done. But it wasn't a situation where my wife can handle it, even though she did. But it's different when it comes from one of us to them, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it does. It does.
Hey, somebody wake up DVP.
Well, for me, I can say I've never experienced it. But
you ain't been married, man.
I was married before. I was married at once upon a time in my life.
Yeah, okay. Was that AD or BC? I just want to know.
But I have never had to deal with that. But I've always had that thought that if it came down to it, then I probably act a fool.
Act? Did he say act?
Yeah, I'm act a fool.
What you say, DVP?
I'm just listening.
You ain't touching that one. You ain't touching that one. All right. What you say? What you say, Ron?
Now, I think my situation was a little bit different because I actually met my ex-wife in Germany. She happened to be from Georgia. She happened to be black. So we was married for like 8 months before we came home, and I said, "Hey, mama, this is my wife." My mama didn't like her. My daddy didn't like her. None of my family members liked her. We was married for 16 years. We got 2 kids, both of them in college. And you know what the stereotypical thing is that men say about women? Well, you picked him. Guess what? I picked her. My family, none of them could stand her. But I stood my ground. Do not disrespect my wife. When I finally got my divorce, everybody was like, "Oh God, thank you. Thank you." Now, coincidence? My mother's name is Sharon White. My wife now, her name is Sharon. Guess what? The whole family loves her. So it's like I stepped into a better situation. Now the thing is, the girl, the wife I have now, she helped fill out both the FAFSAs for my kids to go to college. I got 2 kids in college. She helped them. So that's how I know I got a good one. But I do understand that when your family has an issue with who you're with, you got to put them in their place, even if they're right.
Yeah. Because you know, at the end of the day, you're the one that gotta be at the house with them, and
I gotta go home.
Yeah, right. So I'm just curious, man, because I've seen those situations, and I don't think I've ever been in them. I'm just that dude. I do whatever I want to do. You know what I'm saying? You take that somewhere else. You got something to say about what I'm doing? Go handle your own stuff. You know, but it's just it's interesting because I've seen that happen. I see that even if it's not wives, it's like within families. You know, you bring somebody around, people don't like them. All of a sudden, everybody got something to say. You know, sometimes that could just be a pain, and sometimes those people maybe they're right or they could end up right, and then you have to deal with the fallout. But it's just an interesting dynamic that we all go through or have all been through.
If there's an issue right now, and this is so weird to me, if there's an issue right now with one of my kids, my ex-wife is gonna pick up the phone, and before she calls me, she gonna call my wife. Bruh. And my wife right now, she'll sit there and hand me the phone. She say, "Hey, she needs to talk to you." And I'm like, "You got my number?" And she says, "Well, I didn't want to cause no disturbance, so I called her first."
That's good. That's a good dynamic. You know, if you're dealing with a baby daddy or something, if he call you.
No, I kind of hate that term, Mo. I understand that's the dynamic of 2025, but I'm not a baby daddy. She's not a baby mama. She is my ex-wife that gave me 2 children, and I am her ex-husband that gave her 2 children.
Yeah. No, that's a fact. I wasn't talking about you, Rob, but no, that's a fact. What you're saying there. Yeah.
I can't stand that term.
Yeah.
Because the first thing that comes to my mind when somebody says that is that you were reckless. Is that the case? No, but that's, I need to have that turned off in my brain because I'm thinking you was reckless, and no, I wasn't reckless. My kids were planned.
No, but so Ron, hold on. Let's talk about that because your situation is different. You was married, man. You had those kids, right?
I was married for almost 3 years, 4 years before I had a child.
Right. So that's different. So when you say baby daddy, baby mama, that's a different story. So
Gotcha. I got you.
Yeah,
I got you.
I'm curious what people think about that. That's a whole different story, right? Baby mama, baby daddy. You having babies out of wedlock. Is it okay? Whatever.
Yeah. And the other I'm sorry, DVP, give me a second. The other thing though, is that I had such a rapport with her parents that after I sat there and got married again, I actually went to, I think it was my son's high school graduation. And I'm sitting there, I'm all dressed up because my son graduating for high school. And her mom was there. And she's like, you look good. This woman must be taking care of you. And I just looked at her. I said, ma'am, I'm taking care of myself. That's not, I do this for me. So, I mean, there's so many dynamics, and I'm sitting there looking at 5 screens with 5 different grown men on here. I'm one of them, so I'm looking at 4 different gentlemen. We all have gone through different phases of life, and all this stuff is taking turns. But nobody wants to pay attention and listen to us when we start telling, this is where I've been. This is what I've done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I say that all the time, Ron. I mean, this and I like the fact that we got a dynamic too. We got a span of cultures up here. We got a span of we got the younger generation, older generation, and tell people, man, come listen, because
I'm cool with Mark. I'm cool with Mark, and I'm cool with Darren. They just went to the wrong damn high school.
What high school you went to, Ron?
Benjamin Elijah Mays.
I knew you weren't worth a damn. Wow. It's an Atlanta thing. Mo and Joe will never understand.
Hey, Darren went to the school I was supposed to go to.
Yeah, a real school, not some reject school.
And my mama said, hell no.
My mama said about Mays.
Mays don't even count as a real school. It was a secondary school. You know what I'm saying? If you would have said Southwest side, you'd have got a little bit of prop. But Mays, come on, dude, no.
Wow. Stop.
Mays in the street cabinet, they weren't in the same. They just took anybody. So whatever.
Well, first of all, Douglas didn't have no windows, and Farrell was throwing people out of them.
See what he failed to realize when he say Doug didn't have windows, we had central heating and air. Wow.
And all Mays had was a bunch of light skinned girls. So
pretty light skinned girl. That's all they had.
That's all.
And you know what? It's 2025, and they still fine.
No, he didn't say fine. He said Fred. Don't get it twisted.
He didn't say they still fine. Lord have mercy.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna get back to what's crazy. I did a raid one time, and I got on my gear. I got the balaclava, got the mask on, got all my jump out stuff. One of the prettiest girls I ever saw propositioned me in the middle of a raid, and I was like,
and you took it.
No. But I ain't letting that come between me and the job, and I ain't going to jail for nobody.
Oh, you passed on that promise.
You ain't messing with my money. No, you ain't messing with my money.
You went back after the raid.
The fact that she felt so comfortable, it's like you don't even know who I am. She's like, yeah, the whole mystery thing, the way you just walk in, everybody following you, so you got to be the one in charge, which is why I ain't risking nothing. But for you to make a proposition, it just told me, it let me know how women think so much. I don't think no dude gonna proposition a woman in a mask. I just don't think so. I don't care what she look like. Halle Berry could come in with a mask on, and dudes be like, yeah, I would hit it, but not while she got it on. She got to do something else. I mean, Shawty had a whole plan. She was like, we can just go over here. And you gotta be joking. You don't even know there's nothing that identifies me. You know what I'm saying? I got a mask on, I got a jumpsuit. I don't really talk because I don't want people to hear my voice. And she was just like, ooh.
Hey, DVP, that situation is so symbolic of that. So that girl, she was letting you know all she cared about is power. That's so symbolic, man.
And I'm with that. But hear what I'm saying. We are conducting a raid. It ain't like I'm walking around in uniform being officer friendly. I got 12 dudes behind me with M16 and M4s.
And they ready to go off.
We are there because it's a violent situation and she is trying to proposition. It's like, you don't see all these dudes, all this hardware we got, you know what I'm saying? I got 16 behind me. It's 30 more at the exits. Nobody can gather. I was like, this is just, I feel like I'm being punked. I truly felt like I was in the middle of a show, and it's what Marion Bear, ain't that who they kept catching using cocaine in DC?
In DC.
I felt like that. I was like, somebody got to be filming this, you know. And of course we're filming it, but I'm like, somebody else has got to be filming. I mean, because she was a good-looking woman, and she was just she seemed so sincere, and I was like, this is insane. And you know, prior to that, I had never really had the cop experience, but I understand what Joe was talking about. That uniform, I had it when I was in the Air Force. That uniform, because you know, we don't like cops. At least that's what I was told. We don't.
Not in our community.
But clearly, everybody didn't get that memo. Clearly, because it couldn't have been because I look good. Because hey, I got a full mask on and I got glass, so you can't even see my eyes. There's nothing you can see.
And that was your first time doing something to that effect.
Yeah, it was my first time being propositioned like that.
Okay, well, and my thing is, like I said, we all have different perspectives. The first warrant that I ever served, I looked at this lady's birth date. This lady was 72 years old. And the warrant said she took a shoe and she hit her grandson across his backside. So I go and you gentlemen know that we're law enforcement. Once I got a piece of paper, I can't argue with a piece of paper. So I go to this lady's house, knock on the door, and this little old lady come out with a cane, and basically her grandson got out of pocket, and she lit fire to his behind. I don't know how y'all feel about corporal punishment. I don't have a problem with it. So I'm sitting there looking at this lady like, ma'am, you did everything my mama and both my grandmothers and my daddy and everybody, when I got out of pocket, they put that fire on me. And I sat her in the front seat of the car. She had no handcuffs on. I'm like, I said, no, ma'am, I cannot do this to you. So, and I've also done them high risk. I've done the high risk warrants and knocked down doors and went in with a shotgun full of slugs. Hey, act right. But my very first warrant was an old 72-year-old lady. And I didn't know how to act. I'm sitting there saying, I'm about to arrest the whole sweetie pie. But I had a piece of paper. I can't argue with a piece of paper because I was a deputy sheriff. Once I became a police officer, I can make that decision on my own. Oh, you whooped your grandson? Hey, y'all have a good day. I'm finna go on about my business. Somebody else got some issues I need to tend to. Bye.
Speaking of that, should that even happen?
No.
Say again?
No. He should have been able to quash that warrant. That's why it's called quashing a warrant.
I didn't know.
Yeah, say that. That's the truth. That part's true. If I ever saw a 72-year-old warrant or 72-year-old victim and given the circumstances, I quashed that warrant right in my hand because it's my duty. Two things you got to remember about our job. You can refuse an unlawful order, and that's taught on all paramilitary lines. And that, what he said was probably more true than not. He didn't know. But again, no, that should not have gone beyond because, as you said, we were raised my parents come from the South, and they didn't. I was just talking to a man, just not a young man I'm mentoring now, and turns out he's been cussing out his mother. I said, "Listen, if you're gonna be in my program, two things you ain't never gonna do. You ain't never gonna cuss your mother out, and you ain't never gonna come to my house crazy." He said, "Okay."
Mm-hmm.
Makes
But
sense.
again, no.
It kind of made me think, because like I said, that was my very first warrant that they put in my hand.
Yeah, they were punking
So
you.
after that, I'm sitting there thinking, they said, here, take this shotgun and we gonna knock the door off the hinges. I'm glad they don't have no knock warrants no more, but I was an officer in the days of no knock warrants. And when I went in, I had that gun on my damn elbow with slugs in it.
Oh yeah, yeah, that'll get your attention. That's a slug will definitely get your attention. And
A slug will put you through a wall.
yes, it'll take out the engine block.
Wow.
But I'll tell you this: I got to disagree with you on one thing. I disagree with not having no knocks. I've been in a situation where we had. I mean, it was one of those. You better not. If you knocked on that door, they were answering. It wasn't going to be what you wanted. It was not going to be with a polite voice. So I believe that no knocks are still warranted. I think the problem is that, particularly in warrant situations, these new policemen don't have the training to know what is a true no-knock situation. It's kind of like, stop and frisk. You can't stop and frisk just because they walking by a block. But now, if you got your pants sagging and you're in the back of your pants, like something's in it, I'm putting a stop on you, and I'm gonna lay paper on you.
Well, my only problem with the no knock is that I have been on the wrong side of taking somebody else's information, and I'm like, oops, wrong house.
Again, you make my point. That's exactly I agree with that. And then in that again, these young cats. In fact, if you watch what's been happening in Chicago, they hit this lady's house and left her naked and filmed it. And it was the wrong house. But that's part of the warrant process. See, the difference is, I think we talked about it last week, but the difference is, the way I was trained, is that if you got a target, you have to, by our department standards now, someone has to be on that house. They have to verify it through a trash pull, through a mail pull, and
They got to sit there and watch it before you go knock the door down.
24 hours. You've got to do a 24-hour sit. So you got to verify your target. You got to photograph them, everything. And you dang sure got to have the right address. That, oops, I made a mistake. Well, that's what happened with Breonna Taylor. They hit the wrong, if you believe their story, because the warrant is at the right house. So they wound up killing the girl, unjustifiably, and they still playing with that case. But that's a story for another day.
Yeah, that's a story for another day.
But Mr. Joe, the whole time that I was in law enforcement, guess who I picked up the phone and I called and I asked, hey, I need some advice. Tell me what I got to do. Guess who I called?
Who, Mr. White? Who?
Ghostbusters.
Please, Mr. White, tell us who it was.
The governor.
This little bald head boy at the top of the screen.
Wait a minute. There's two of them up there. There's Mark and
Hey, hold up, that young man. I got help.
I expressly remember picking up the phone and calling DVP the next day, because I worked at 11 at night to 7 in the morning. I said, DVP, I shot at somebody last night and I missed. And he was like, you need to thank God that you missed, because you're gonna be on the news. I was mind you, I'm an expert marksman from the military, and I sat there and I shot, and I said, DVP, I said, I missed. I don't know if he remembers that conversation, but I called him as soon as I got home. I said, I missed. And I said, it was the typical thing, boy. Somebody praying for your ass. I don't miss.
Yeah.
But well, back to the story at hand. We done got way the hell off topic.
Listen, man, you got to remember, see, DVP looked like that guy in the commercial that talks about rent too damn high. So now he's sitting back, and now, oh, there you go. He popped up. Now you can see his shirt.
But you know what? The thing about him is he plays that role on the internet. When you see him in person, he's totally different.
Oh, he talk a lot?
No, he gonna sit there and grab your hand and shake your hand, squeeze the shit out of it. Hey, love you, bro. I ain't seen you in a minute. What's up? Give you a big old hug. And I'm like, why you act a donkey on the damn internet then?
He's sassy. He's sassy.
Okay, so Mark has seen me more than one time.
Wow. Yeah,
Mark, do I speak when I play football?
That joke ain't never. I've been knowing DVP since the early 2000s. Joke ain't never gave me no hug.
Never.
I don't even think we ever shook hands.
Don't even like telling people my name. Shit.
He be telling people he Peter from their housewives.
That's good. That's good. Wow.
Joe, don't bite that apple, Joe. Not bite that apple.
I'm writing that down. That's gone into the book.
He said the book.
Well, like I said,
all my co-hosts will be white. Every single one of them. There will be no more black people on this show. No more colors on this show.
You're a white friend. Yeah, I seen the Chris Rock special.
Well, like I said, and I stand 10 toes on it. The way he is now, just being quiet, that ain't how he was in person with me, especially the very first time he met me.
Hey, that ain't DVP.
This boy tripping. This man tripping. He's tripping.
I forgot that dude's name, man. He from the Housewives.
Peter.
Man.
His name Peter. I think it's Peter, ain't it?
Peter.
DVP, Darren versus Peter.
That's what it stood for.
Well, he act funky on the internet. He ain't like this in person.
He like that in person.
I'm gonna give y'all my DVP story, and Joe, y'all don't know where it's at, but I went to Phipps Plaza. It's an upscale mall in Georgia. I was invited to a
He uppity.
Anybody who know me know I don't do parties, but this is from a long-time friend, and she's like, "Can you just come through? I know you ain't gonna want to stay, but just come through for 10 minutes." Typically, if I go to a party, that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna come late, leave early, just so I can avoid people. So she having this event, she having this birthday party at Phipps Plaza. I go in there, and I see them in the back. The way I forgot where they at, but I can see them through the door. So I'm walking in, right, and it's this lady jump in front of me, and she was like, "Peter, is that you?" And I was like, "No, it's not." And she said, "Yes, it is. You can tell me." And I'm thinking, Slim, if I don't know nothing else, I know who the fuck I am. And it's a white lady. She clearly she just had a recent boob job, and like, I love the show. And I'm like, "Lady, I'm not who you think I am." And she's like, "Meet my husband." Guy standing behind her, so she introduced us, and I was like, he's like, "Hey, Peter, we watch you all the time." I said, "One, my name ain't Peter. We don't all look alike, and I'm here for a party." And I'm trying to get to the party because they can see me. So this woman grabs my hand, and she's telling me how much she adores the show, and she's just put it on her breast. So I'm in Phipps Plaza. Ain't but like 12 black people in there, first of all. So I don't want to go to jail, but clearly I'm on my breast. And she got her hand on mine like we saying the Pledge of Allegiance together. She will not let me move my hand. And like she's massaging my hand to massage her breast. And there's a dude, a white dude, he's 6'2", 6'3", he right behind her. And he just smiling like he ain't got a care in the world. And I want to say, "Dude, can you get my hand off your woman's breast? I just want to go to the party." That's all. you know, when a man is asking somebody to remove his hand off a breast, there's a problem.
Especially if he hetero.
Right, but and the people who are waiting on me, they can see this going on, so they can see I'm slightly panicked, I'm slightly confused, but it's funny to everybody except for me, because I can't snatch my hand off because I don't want to hurt this woman and then go to jail, but I do want my hand back. Side note, her breast is extremely nice, but that's neither here nor there. But like she's doing this and she won't let go of this Peter thing, and now I got about 7, 8, 9 people around me.
Oh, look, you said she didn't let go of your Peter thing?
No,
okay.
She wouldn't let and now I got all these white people around me calling me Peter, and I still got this woman's breast.
Working with a monster.
I just want my hand back. And I'm just like, ain't nobody gonna say, let his hand go, get his hand off your titty or nothing. My friends are racking up. And it's like, D, why you holding her breast? It's like, first of all, I'm not holding her breast. She won't let go of my hand. I want my hand back in the worst way, even though the breast does feel nice. But again, I'm not in my home territory where I can get away with doing this. I'm not at a strip club where I can get away with doing this. I'm in Phillips Plaza. And it's like, and that was with the whole DVP thing, it made me go deeper underground because I already hated going out and being compared to him. And I actually did a show at his club. I look like his brother. I don't look like him. I do actually look like his brother, though, because when I saw his brother, it scared the shit out of me. But I don't look like Peter.
Hey, look just like Peter.
Hey. So I got, you told that story, now I got to tell this story, man, because that's funny. That's
you
funny.
were holding breast too.
So check this out. I was in I'm in Jamaica. I'm in Jamaica on the party boat.
You let one of the men rub you down there in that limestone.
What's that?
You let them men rub you down in limestone?
Hell no, man. Listen.
Okay, go ahead with your story.
Let me tell the story. So I'm in Jamaica on the party boat, right? And this is because what DVP was saying about, the husband wasn't upset. So I'm on the party boat, and they take you out there, and what the staff on the boat do is it's dusk. You go out there, or dawn, whatever it is, and you're on the boat, and they dance, and they got music, they got rum, they got all that. So the staff, this dude was about 120 pounds soaking wet, right? And there's a white man and a white woman on the boat. The woman was probably about 250 pounds. I kid you not, right? So music's going, everything like that. Man, that little 120 Jamaican dude went over there and grabbed all that woman. Was all up on her, doing the dance, and the husband is by the side cheering, saying, yeah. So I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life, man. Crazy, but that's what they do.
They got a whole.
The funny thing is, we have all been mistaken for somebody famous, and I always get Arnez J. And the difference between me and Darren, when somebody actually thinks I'm Arnez J, I'm thinking to myself, I ain't heard no woman ever say this dude was sexy. So it's kind of like an insult.
It's the truth though.
So the one time this lady, she just came out of her mouth and she said, I'm sorry. To me, that's a good looking man, and you look like him. I started telling jokes. I started telling jokes.
What she was saying was, you look like Arnez J when he do the skit about his brother.
Rodney.
So he was Rodney?
He looked like when Arnez J do Rodney. That's Run.
Got you.
Dude, I pull my pants up above my navel, and I sit there and I start doing my Rodney. I do the whole routine.
You just started acting normal.
So
you can go to hell. You can go to hell.
Joe, you never got nobody? Nobody ever compare you to nobody?
No.
What about you, Mark?
Man, you know me, I look like a lot of people. Now, the true story is I either look like, when I was in high school, I got compared to Wanye from Boys to Men, and now that I'm older, Now that I'm older, it's tough.
He was kind of skinny though.
Wait,
I ain't always been
hold
skinny.
on. Wait, Mark, who told you you look like that? Ray Charles or Stevie Wonder? Which
I
one?
just look like one day for real, man. I don't know what makes you think.
One day.
You know what I mean? Don't be like that.
One day. Okay, Nas. Lil
Who's
Nas
the
X.
other one?
I ain't gonna tell you.
Hey, so I'll tell you mine then. So, because Joe gonna laugh at me too. Joe gonna laugh at me.
You know
too,
it.
so yeah, he gonna laugh at me too. But because it was dark in the place. All right, it was a little dark.
Oh, you starting off on the wrong foot.
No, I gotta tell you that because I don't think so myself. But it was a little dark, and this dude thought I was Larry Fishburne. So.
Just stop. You guys are killing me.
Hey,
What's up, Morpheus?
this joker just say he Furious Styles.
That's Morpheus.
Oh man, Jesus! Ooh, what are you guys drinking tonight? Jesus!
Hey, Joe probably got a Morpheus back there somewhere. You got a Morpheus back there, Joe?
Don't laugh. I do have one.
I know you do. I ain't gonna laugh. I see it.
Well, let's see who he look like, Joe.
Hey, Mo.
Let's see who he look like.
Mo,
Oh, it's
Trey is her son too.
That's funny.
That is funny. Terrible.
We ain't worth a damn, but we are.
Not this time.
No, we good. We good.
Sometimes. Some days we are. Not every day. But
Joe,
yeah.
you got a book for us to read?
I'm
You got
sorry.
a book
What'd
for
you
us to
say?
read, Joe? Do you have a book for us to read?
I actually did have one that just got.
Is yours
yeah.
autographed?
Joe, you better show the right one. If you're getting the message.
Oh no. Mo, if he got an autograph book, it's gonna be held up in Harlem.
Oh,
Well, my autograph book yet. I'm still waiting on mine.
I sent them out. Y'all didn't get them? I'm gonna call UPS, man.
Okay, well, since y'all jokers up here writing books, y'all need to put a link in the comments so I can break bread.
No, I got one, but I keep telling Mark the coloring book version, the abridged version, will be out shortly for you, Mark.
I wasn't even gonna say that about you, Joe. It's okay though.
Well, my thing is, I write X-rated stuff, and I'm trying to get published, so I ain't putting no link to nothing.
X-rated. Oh my God, Mark,
Darren, you already know.
That is hilarious.
Hey, I got like 40 of them. That my wife said you need to publish this stuff, and well, you need to do it, but you need to publish this stuff.
Oh. I ain't touching that one.
What you got, Joe? Because boy, y'all is not finna do this. Not today. Not up in here.
Oh, man. Look, I got Mo's second book.
Is that it right now? Is that me?
Yeah.
Mark.
Hey, is that the dude? Is that the dude from?
Nah, that ain't him. That me.
That look like the dude from Juice that he said, "Are you on crack, ain't you?"
Damn, that's even worse.
Oh my God. Yeah, I got mine.
What? You got an auto? Okay.
Mine is no. Mine is auto pen, just like yours.
No, I ain't got nothing in mind.
Well, I need a link in the comments because I'm gonna buy whatever y'all got. And it better not be your pinky shriveled, pinky toe all shriveled up on the beach. I want a book.
Mo is the writer who's shitting over everybody. But anyway, Mo, he got an autograph book. Is that what I just heard him say?
He don't like it, man. Yeah, but you didn't get yours?
DVP.
Mo,
you got to remember, it's auto pen, so it's not like the original. I mean,
I don't even have a fake one though. I don't even have a fake one.
You get a Muhammad Ali autograph. don't mean it's real.
Hey,
you know,
that's the
there
only
you
way
go,
to do it, man.
All right,
You can't do it all the way.
let me bring the educational part into the show so I can. Mo,
I've been
price
Joe
of gold
Biden.
the price of gold is at $5,000. What does that mean for the economy?
At 5,000.
The price of gold.
What did it? So I need to look at the baseline. What's it normally at?
It's never been. This is the highest it's ever been.
Oh, this is the highest it's ever been.
Typically, when the price of gold goes up, the value of the dollar goes down.
And so that means inflation. But I'm sorry.
It means recession.
No, Joe got it. Joe. Yeah.
Hold up. I'm hotter than fish grease because the first thing he said something about education, he went to Mo. Darren, no, I went to HBCU and I walked across the stage too.
But you went to Benjamin Bank.
Mo was out stock and investment.
I went to Fort Valley, Mark.
So one thing it means, DVP, is you ain't gonna buy it, right? That's one thing. You ain't gonna buy it. And if there was a spike, let's say it went up, instantaneously, it could be just an event. It might come back down. That's another thing. If it went up slowly, if it gradually went up, then that means something going on in the economy that's causing gold to be more valuable.
It's been going up. It's been going up gradually.
I need a pen for this shit.
If it's going up gradually, then it's real. It's something real is going on. I don't particularly know what it is unless I research. I have to do research first.
All right, well, we're going to talk about that next week because now I need for you to rethink the investments because if the value of the dollar is decreasing because gold is going up, which is what all the economists are saying, because one of the guys was like, yeah, I hate that this is happening because this means all my investments are going to be shit because the dollar ain't worth nothing.
That's exactly.
So I don't like to be a conspiracy guy, but I am right now. But all this stuff that's going on in Burkina Faso, in Africa, and think about this: if the dollar value is going down and gold is going up, who got all the gold?
Well,
so just think about that.
Conspiratorially, it happened almost 8 years ago. The same thing. When gold reached its highs before now, it was under the same president because the economy wasn't doing good.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine that.
Okay. Can I interject something because y'all brought up a valuable point that I've always been looking at. Everybody wants to get on Facebook or social media and they want to talk about relationships. And my thing is I sit back and I'm like, when are people gonna get to educating people on money management?
Yeah.
When are we going to tell people how to save money or how to not go out and buy a $300 shoe? When are we going to tell people that the car that you're driving, as soon as you drove it off the lot, it lost value? And I just bought a car last week, so that's hypocritical. But what I'm saying is I look at these type of things and sometimes I just want somebody to say, hey, you make this amount of money and you don't think it's much, but you need to know how to manage it and not act like you rich.
Yeah, I want me to tell you.
It's one of those things that I've always thought of. And when I sit there and I scroll through Facebook, everybody wants to talk about relationships. And I'm like, okay, leave that alone. If you get your finances straight, if you learn how to budget your money, if you learn how to get a bank account, if you learn how to pay attention to your 401k, if you learn how to buy a car, if you learn XYZ, all this other stuff that you're looking for is going to fall in place.
Ron, you're right, man. But let me stop you for a minute. You're right, but let me stop you and tell you this. I teach all of that for free. I'm advertising on Facebook, on social media, everywhere. Nobody come knocking. So maybe they just don't like the way I look. I don't know, but I got the information. So you got a valid point there, but I'm just going to tell you, even though there's an opportunity for people to get that, they don't come. I can't make them come.
Yeah, I would.
I can't make
Mo. If I come to you for that information, do I got to eat the red pill or the blue pill?
Yeah, no pills, baby. No pills, man. Listen. I'm not that dude, man. I'm not gonna sell you nothing. Matter of fact, the course is free. The course
You're not Larry Fishburne.
No,
Mo, let me be your testimonial. I went to Mo's group. I read some of the things he said. The first thing I did was I used Cash App. Well, not I tell you about one of the first things. It was one of the things I did. I used Cash App to invest $10 every 2 weeks in Bitcoin. But I just started making investments based off some of the things he said. I did a little research. I watched Susie Orm. I watched some other people, and I made some investments. All of my investments in total, I'm doing good. One of them lost money, but that's to be expected. But Mo put it out there. We talk about it on the show, and as he say, all we can do, jokes. All you can do is talk to people. Those that want to listen will. Those that don't won't. I was reading a thing with a guy who Michael Jordan is somebody, and he asked Michael Jordan something, and Michael Jordan told him the key to making money. He said, "Why didn't you tell me this before?" And Mike said, he said, "I only talk to people who ask me questions because I don't want to waste my time telling people stuff they don't want to hear. So those that ask questions, I answer." He said, "That's all it takes." But we put the information out there. We talk finances at least once a month. And you know,
okay, I stand corrected then.
Yeah, me and Mo have argued about. Well, now we've debated about whether you should do stock options or high yield savings account, because I'm a high yield savings account fan, because there's no way to lose. I understand what he's saying, and since I do have some money to play with, I invest in a multitude of things because I want to be able to compare in real time, the same time. So it's there, and we're gonna do it again in a couple of weeks. But like I say, if it's not, it's only 12 people who really want to know. And once you get them 12, you know, shit, they got it. They don't keep talking about it. They go out and do their thing. So it's always there. I'll make sure you know when we do the next one. But once I found out he was doing it, we come on the show to talk about it. He put his group in there. I add people to the group. But you know, at the end of the day, we have to realize what Facebook is, what social media. Social media is like a sporting event. It's there for entertainment. Most people don't go to football to be educated. They go to be entertained. When they go to see a show, they go to be entertained. Hell, most time now when people go to school, they go to school to be entertained. Most people don't want to be educated. Being educated requires that you take risk, because now you gotta to get this, you gotta put something in the game. Well, damn, I just wanted to laugh. I don't want to have to give up my 40, but if I gotta stop smoking and drinking to invest this money, well, what happened if I lose it? Well, shit, once you bought that drink, as you say, you bought that car, you already lost money. Once you bought that 40, you already lost money. So give up 40, give up the club for a week, and invest $50 in something. And
So-
something. Go ahead, Mo.
Watch this. Joe, are you retired,
Sure.
Joe?
Yep.
Huh? Yep.
Yeah.
I don't work either. So here's the thing. Me and Joe are at a space. I think DVP, you still do some side work, right? You still work.
But I'm
right?
retired. Yeah, but I still do some side work.
Oh, okay. You retired too. Okay.
Yeah.
So when you get to our level, if you have not, this is what I'm gonna tell everybody. If you have not set up investment opportunities, talk to a brokerage, a person who has a broker, so you can open a brokerage. If you haven't done any of that,
Right.
when you retire,
Well,
the money. Hold on a second, Ron. When you retire, the money that you retire with, that's all you're gonna have to live on, because you're not gonna be generating any more money. The only way you're gonna be generating money after retirement is through investments. That's it. Because you ain't earning no more. So you got to go to a broker. You got to set up investment ways to invest. Talk to them. Talk to the broker. Tell them what you want. You want a high risk investment. You want medium risk. You want low risk. You know, what do you guarantee a certain return? How much does it cost? How much money do I need to get started? So you're gonna have to go to a broker. So what I'm telling you is this is the last thing I'm gonna say, Ron. Then you got it.
Okay.
What I'm saying is this. If at the end game, you gotta invest anyway. If you want to make sure you got a nest egg until you exit this earth, all right? Because the money's gonna stop. The faucet's getting turned off, man. You know what I'm saying? If you work every day and you're just relying on your check, that's gonna stop at some point. If you got a pension, obviously you got a pension, or if you've done smart things with your money, then that will help as well. But I'm just telling you, one of the vehicles is you need to be, especially if you. I'm gonna say, at 25, 20 years old. Matter of fact, they got this thing called custodial account. You can start your kids off at 14, 15, get them going right with the custodial account, and then once they get 21, they take over the account.
You can start them before 14.
Okay. My only issue is that my ears were wide open listening to what you said. But I am a disabled veteran with 100% benefits. So I'm not going to be without money for the rest of my life. If I walk away from my job, first of every month, there's X amount of dollars that's going to hit my account. According to the present administration, he's trying to take that, but he ain't took it yet.
So Ron, you just gave me the case on why you need to learn how to invest.
Right.
You just gave me your case. You gave me the case. If the president trying to take your stuff, man, look, go make your own money. You know what I'm saying, bro? Take your money and make money with it.
Well, my thing is, at least I'm honest enough to open my mouth and say, "Hey, I want to learn."
Yeah, facts.
Show me how to do this.
Facts. I will.
I can pay my mortgage every month. I can pay my car insurance. I can pay my electric bill. I can pay the cameras outside the house. I can pay. It's like okay, now after I get done with it,
it's 802. Mo, tell the name of the group because we got to log off.
Oh, okay. Name of the group is so you want me to just send him something, DVP?
No, just tell him he can look it up.
Oh, okay. So the name of the group is Black Money and Finance. Actually, I changed the name. Let me give you a new name. Just a second.
Yeah, you changed the name. That's why I couldn't find it at that time.
Yeah, that's right.
The other night when you talked to me for 45 minutes on your way to work, you were supposed to send me some information.
Mark sound like Big Boy from Outkast.
I got you. I'm finna send it to you now.
Okay.
All right, Mo, what you got, sir?
Well, so the name of the group is Free Community Programs Group.
Okay.
So just look for that Free Community Programs Group, and once you get on that page, we'll be talking, we'll communicate. You request a training, and we'll set it up, man. I'll get you all trained up, and you'll have at least another vehicle to do something with your money instead of just putting it in the bank and letting them snail you to death. And I call it snailing because you put $5 in the bank, you come back 20 years later, you're gonna have 502.
He ain't lying.
No, he's not.
And we're gonna actually start doing some little smaller shows. It may be on the weekend. Me and Mo gonna talk about it, but we're gonna do some shows strictly. Oh, and Ron, you're already a member of the group.
I'm is.
Yep. Yeah, because I want to say I thought I had added you before.
That's right. You're right, DVP. Ron is in the group. Let me check.
Yeah, we're gonna do some money shows probably on the weekend. Me and Mo gonna talk about that and set those up. But
yeah, Ron, you in the group.
It's 8:04. So before I get in a shitload of trouble, Mark, what's your parting words, brother?
Hey man, y'all peace. Jomo, I'll be there in 2 weeks.
I'll be looking for you.
Jomo, what you got for me? Because you never did give us a book.
Love, peace, and hair grease.
Ron, my psychotic, galactically retarded friend, what you got?
Hey man, I appreciate y'all allowing me to join in. I like these brothers. I've actually interacted with Mark, Mo, and Joe before. Thank you. The iron sharpens iron. That's what I totally believe in. Thank you.
Or bleach make it hard for everybody to believe, whichever side of the fence you're on. All right, it's y'all know it is. I ain't finished drinking my drink, but y'all know it's the end of the show, so y'all know this. Peace, popcorn, and chicken grease, and we out.
We out.
All right, much love.